and welcome to another video. So today I've got a weekly plan with me here in my A5 plum paper planner. This is a daily 6-month planner, but I'm working on some tabbed dot grid pages that I had added in between as an add-on. And so I'm going to make a weekly layout as kind of a bullet journal style kind of thing because the plum paper daily doesn't have its own weekly layout. Which honestly I think is kind of weird because via my tabbed added dot grid pages, there's definitely space to add weeklies, and I kind of feel like it would be really cool if you could add a weekly view as part of an add-on. And I'm sure there would be like some extra cost or something, but it would definitely be a little easier than having to do this every single week. But it does add like some variation, so that's also kind of fun. Depending on the week, really, is what determines how much I like drawing all these things out. This particular week, I quite enjoyed making this layout. The following week and the video that goes up next week, I was a little less excited about that layout, but you'll see how it all works out. I started with this 15mm bull washi tape from Simply Gilded. I believe this was in the Desert Dance box in June 2019, something like that. And then I was counting the dots because I wanted to do a horizontal weekly view on this side with all 7 days. And so I wanted to figure out how many dots there were so that I could split the page up into 7 spaces. And I'm using a sticker kit from Planning with Kay, her hummingbirds and flowers kit. And I've used this before. I used it not the week before, but the week before that. It's actually the most recent Plan With Me video I used it in because I didn't film the Plan With Me for the week before this one. So as far as the videos on my channel, I've used the same sticker kit for these 2 videos, and it still lasts. I mean, it's a monthly kit technically, so it's meant to last for several different types of spreads, but since I'm only using them for weekly views, it lasts a lot longer. I got 2 solid spreads out of them. I probably have enough stickers after this one for 1 more, but I was getting tired of the theme, so I probably won't finish those up for a while yet. And I probably will return to this theme, I don't know, maybe not even in the next few months, I would say. But now we've got all of the intro stuff out of the way, I am going to speed up the video now. We're going to enter the time lapse. Here I'm using the 08 Sakura Pigma Micron fine liner to make these horizontal lines. I really like this fine liner. It's the thickest of the set that I have. I don't know if thicker ones exist, but in the basic like 6-pack set, this is the thickest one. And I really like it because it gives nice bold lines, but not like marker hefty kind of lines. You know what I mean? Like thicker than a regular fine liner, but also still nice. Like I really like the size of this particular pen. And then I'm going in and laying down my days of the week stickers. I really liked these tealish green ones. She also had on the page some pink ones and then I think another color. I forget the other color. I think it's yellow. So I laid those down and then on top of them I'm using a mild liner to make these circle dots where I'm going to write the dates in, the date numbers. And this was nice because I feel like these circle dots, they mimic other stickers that Planning with Kay has in her shop. She does have some date circle stickers and I have a few sets of them, but I'm running out of them and I wasn't sure that I had numbers for this week, like 13 through 19. So rather than try to hunt those down, I just decided to write it in myself. And it more or less worked out. The difference is that I think her stickers have, I think it's a white font, but I actually could be wrong about that. Maybe it's also black. Nevertheless, you've got like her handwriting and her script font versus my handwriting, but I think it came out nice. As I was talking, I also added some bird decoration around the page just to bring in the theme. And then over on the right-hand page, I'm adding this large banner kind of sticker. And what I want to do here is make 2 running to-do lists for the week, one for work-related tasks and one for personal-related tasks. At the end of the week, I actually didn't end up using this section much at all. I put down like 2 or 3 things in each section and then I didn't use it. And that's in part because I don't have that much to do. And I don't know, I just didn't find myself coming back to this section. It was also, I think, partly due to the fact that I wasn't very productive this week, so I wasn't making a lot of goals and to-dos because I wasn't doing much. So yeah, that's putting me pretty behind for the upcoming week and going into the weekend, but I think I am on track to catch up. But that is the reason why I ended up not coming back to these sections. And then using these same thick Sakura Micron, I am lettering in the headers, work and personal, and I'm making the downstrokes thicker so that I can have a faux calligraphy font here. I do have a brush pen, but it hasn't been working very well. My Tombow Mono brush pen is actually running out of ink, and I've had it for 2 years. I think it's about 2 years now, so I've definitely used it a lot. I've gotten a lot of use out of it, and it's time for a new one, but I just haven't gotten around to buying one, so I used that faux script. Now I'm putting bullet points in some thematic colors. I have the blue, and then I'm going to use green and gray. Another disclaimer to make on this video is that I haven't done a voiceover in a little over 2 weeks or something. I don't know. I feel out of practice, so if this voiceover is weird, that's why. But I'm just about done with these little bullet points. I also didn't use this side very much. I think I filled in like 3 tasks for each day, maybe, and then I didn't do half of those. So this spread was not my most used, but it looks nice. Over on the right, I'm adding more bullet points. These I'm alternating the colors, blue, green, and gray, and I really like how that looks. I just like using mild liners as little bullet points. They have fun, mild colors, and the bullet points turn out nice, so I did that. Okay, now I'm going in to actually write down a few of my tasks. I'm using a Papermate Inkjoy gel pen in the 0.7mm tip. And I don't know why, but my most recent like 2 Inkjoy gel pens that I've had have not lasted very long before they started getting weird. Like the ink starts to skip. And what I like about the Inkjoy gel pen is that the ink is it's like a really juicy, smooth gel pen. But that has not been the case lately, so I end up switching pens later in the week. But at this point in time, I'm using this one and it's frustrating me the entire time that I'm writing. So that was not fun. But I'm going in and I'm just outlining the timed events for my school week. So just pointing out which days I have live class meetings and which days I have Zoom meetings with like students for extra help and things like that. And that's really it. That's all I put. It was just a work schedule, and I didn't really add anything else outside of that. My personal to-dos this past week didn't really get done because all I did was read and sleep. My sleep schedule was super, super funky this week, so I was extra out of it. And over on the right part of this page, I'm drawing in a habit tracker. This one's a little bigger than I would really need. I would say there are 3 to 5 habits that I really enjoy tracking the most, and then outside of that, I just kind of play around with others depending on what kind of space I have in my layout, and this one had a lot of space, so I was able to do a lot of things, but at the same time, I didn't do a lot of them. Like one of the habits I draw out is to wake up at 7 a.m. and I did not wake up at 7 a.m. It's one of my Power Sheets goals and I haven't done it in like a week and a half. Down in the bottom, I'm drawing a box to track Instagram posts. And I really like how that came out. And I've been enjoying having a little box for Instagram posts just to have like lists of ideas for posts and to mark when I have posted something and what type of thing it was. I find that it has been helpful. I find that I have been posting more and have had slightly more traffic on my account. So that's been kind of cool. It also lets me make sure I'm balancing things like planning related posts and reading related posts because I really want to incorporate both. And I think I've been doing that a little better recently than I have in the past. So that has actually been quite fun. And I'm outlining like a header thing and I want to put some washi tape in there. And then I think I spent some time hunting down some Instagram icons that I have. And so that's why I had to step away, hunt them down, found them, as well as some other fun foil decoration. So I'm using the same bow washi that I used on the left to bring it into the right, and then I'm adding my Instagram icon. Those were in my Etsy shop, and I really like them, but I think I closed my shop, or it's on vacation or something. I haven't messed with that in a while, but I still have this tester sheet, and I really enjoy breaking it out from time to time. Now I'm going in with my mild liners to differentiate the horizontal lines of my habit tracker and just make it easier to see where all my habits are. And the last thing I'm going to do is go in and add some of these clear gold floral decoration stickers around and in random parts of the page. These are from the 2018 GP Studio Advent Calendar. This is one of the stickers that came in that. I didn't get last year's calendar, but the year before that, I did get their Advent calendar and I haven't used these stickers. I just kept them in a drawer. They happened to be in the same drawer my Instagram icon was in, so I picked them up and decided to incorporate them. And I really like how it came out. I'm sad that I didn't use this spread more often. But it is what it is, and we are just about done. So this was a pretty quick video. I hope you've liked what you've seen, and please be sure to like, comment, and or subscribe so that I know if you did. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.